Nathan, it's finished 2-2 here in the first game against Chelmsford and the FA Cup. Frustrating considering you're 2-0 up, but at the same time, you've got to look and head to that replay now with full of confidence.
Yeah, and listen, we've played exceptionally well in the first half. We looked like the team who were the level above. Played our usual rotations and, on the front foot and aggressive. We didn't give a minute, but decision maker was top drawer. We deserved to go in more than 1-0. Just weren't good enough in front of goal, or clinical enough is probably a better word. And that just leaves them in the game. But when we score the second, we're totally in control of it again. It was just a sloppy goal and our inexperience told, which has obviously let them back into it. So we're disappointed that we've come here and drew 2-2. But we'll get ourselves ready for Tuesday night in a replay up at our place.
Yeah, and I suppose the frustrating aspect in that first half was the fact that Whitby, if you had a touch in it, didn't score those more goals. Eventually, it was through Jacob Grattan that got it, but before that, plenty of chances for a few players in there.
Lots, enough to win 2 football games. Some half chances, some very good chances. But same as Radcliffe last week, against good experienced side, you've got to put them to bed. We didn't do it. And the type of team that you're playing against, there's always a chance you're going to concede. The level higher, they're full of experience. They've clawed their way back into it, so credit to them. But we're looking at it and we're thinking, if that was a boxing match, we've won the game. But we need to go again on Tuesday. Same performance. They know what they're up against now. Makes it a juicy tie to go around in the first round properly.
Yeah, and just looking at the goals, the first one forward through Jacob Grattan, a fantastic run from Junior Mondell, because there's not many players there that probably have the legs to keep that in play in the first place, and then just a neat cut back there for Grattan.
It was outstanding today. Again, Joe, great, obviously assist. Obviously he scored the goal. He's in a rich vein of form. I want him to be, like that. I want him to be more clinical. We try and score the perfect goal sometimes. That's the target of Joe. Just keep doing what he's doing, because he's a match winner for us. And today was a great day for him. So, goal was a good goal.
Yeah, and then at the start of the second half, you expected some sort of reaction from Chelmsford. It did start to throw a few more bodies forward, which sort of allowed Junior Mondell then to get that second on the counter attack. Fantastic through ball and a neat finish from him as well.
Yeah, brilliant. They were pushing for it. There were 2 very positive substitutions for them, but why wouldn't they do that? It's a cup game. They needed to get something out of the game. And with him in transition, Junior brilliant. It was great build-up play, great finish. And at 2-0, an experienced side sees that out against these, so that's the disappointing thing. Yeah,
and then the goal back, you mentioned you were disappointed with how it came about. Really sort of came from nothing, didn't it? It looked like it might have just snuck wide and then ends up in the bottom corner.
They've not carved us open all game, really. The kid who come on at the right hand side's done very well for them, but direct, looking for first, second contacts, even third contacts, and we just haven't dealt with it, which is unfortunate. But that's going to happen. You put the ball in the mix, so there's always a chance you're going to get something. Their most experienced player, obviously, he's got it on his left foot. It's his best foot, and it looked like something Shane maybe should have got, but I've got to give the lad credit. It's gone through a crowd of players. Shane was probably blinded. He's put in the bottom corner, but that's the goal. That's to give them a lifeline. It's always critical at 2-0 up, the next goal, and they smelled blood and they went for it, and they put us under sustained pressure at that point with the directness. But we just, it was experience, we just didn't see it out.
Yeah, and then just before they did get the second up, we did start to have a few chances of their own. Jacob Grattan put one agonising wide, and you kind of fitted, again, it's those key moments there, isn't it, that, can some go for you, some don't.
It's a constant mental battle out on the football pitch for 95, 96 minutes. You have ups, you have downs, you have the in-betweens. It's important that when you're on the up, you've got to try and capitalise, and when you're on the downs, you've got to work hard to get back on the ups. It's constant, and the lads are realising that now. But we've had chances, there's no doubt about it. Even at 2-2, we've kept going, which is a credit to my lads. We've been positive. We've gone for the win. We weren't looking for a replay. And like I say, we've had some more chances in their keeper. I think's had a very good day at the office, so I think he's the guy who's kept them in the tie.
Yeah, and then the equaliser as well, it was something that you touched on in the briefing beforehand about them getting crossed into the box, and that was really the first time that Whitby allowed the cross to come in and typically punished for it as well.
Yeah, it was always a threat with a kid coming on. He occupies 2 people, the late back, and then obviously the ball comes in. It's decent quality, they just hang it up. Strong, the physical, that's what the level above gives. And Connor's been out jumped, and they'll look at it as being a very good goal. But you're right, it's about stopping crosses. Easier said than done when you're mentally fatigued and you're under the cosh. And they're the times we just got to ride the storm, but we didn't do it. And listen, we're not going to be too despondent. It's a good thing we're disappointed we haven't won the tie, come here and won. But we just go again on Tuesday night. The lads will be mentally ready for it, physically ready. And I'm sure it'll be a good game.
Yeah, and in terms of your preparation for that one, I don't suppose too much changed really, because you would have been prepared for the trip to Lancaster. The fact it's at home perhaps suits you even better.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Listen, our pitch is a good pitch. It's probably more conducive than this pitch to the football we like to play. So yeah, we're full steam ahead. The big thing is just making sure the lads understand they've played very well today, and not to be too despondent. It's a good thing you're disappointed you haven't won, but they need to realise that we've got to go again, and this is football. It's a constant mental battle, and they're going to have to come up to Whitby. It's going to be tough on them, just like what we've had to do today, and hopefully we come out victorious.
Yeah, and a good away back in as well, given the journey, and I'm sure you'll be hoping to get a healthy following of Whitby fans back at home on Tuesday night as well.
I want a full house. I want 4 figures there. I want them to get us over the line. I want the town out in force, because we're going to need them. Because although we've had the better of the play today, and probably we have been the better team, they're going to come and they know about us now. So there's no surprises. They're going to put their foot on the game, but we need that 12th man. So we need the crowd behind us, and the travelling support today was phenomenal. That trip, we're lucky enough to have an overnight stay, which obviously one of our loyal fans has paid for, which is brilliant. It's helped us a lot, but it's a long trip. That is a long trip, and credit to every single one of them. They've made loads of noise. They've helped us today massively, and we really appreciate what they've done.
Yeah, thanks, Nathan.